What's up, everybody? Welcome to Lisa Upside Down. My name is Lisa. In today's Vinyasa class, we're going to be working on compressing the hip flexors, lengthening the hamstrings, and becoming aware and mindful of what's happening in your body as you run through poses you do all the time. Today's class is geared for all levels. Anyone and everyone is more than welcome to come and play. But let's talk safety. Safety is my number one priority, so make sure you are listening to my verbal cues. And if your body says, no, I am not ready for that, I need you to make sure you are listening to your body to make sure you are staying safe. Today I do use a set of blocks, and a strap might be nice to have handy for those hamstring lengthening poses. I think that's it. If you're ready, I am ready. Grab some water, maybe a towel, get down on your mat, take a nice big deep inhale in, roll those shoulders back, let it go, and let's get ready to have a great class. Lay on your back this morning. Always like starting on the back. Ugh, all the way down. Oh man, I tied a knot in my shirt in the back. It's gonna hang out right in the most annoying spot ever. All right, leg all the way down on your back in that nice Shavasana. Palms up. If you need a little love and light this morning, you can flip those palms over on your mat. If you need to ground yourself, and close your eyes. And just start to feel the earth under your back, grounding yourself, tapping into your breath. Trying to clear your head from any of the nonsense that you brought onto your mat with you. Becoming more aware of the presence and what's happening only in the here and now. Take a deep cleansing breath in through your nose, feeling the sensations of going through your nostrils, puffing up your chest, filling up your diaphragm, and then exhale out through your mouth, feeling all of the tension release, everything that you don't need, leaving your body, leaving your mind. Take another couple more clearing and cleansing breaths. As many as you need. Now, as you're doing this, if any thoughts pop into your head, things that you have to do later, things that have been bothering you, just acknowledge the thoughts. Thank them for showing up. And release them into the wild out on your next breath. You can deal with anything else later. Once you feel cleared from those deep breaths, start to breathe normally, breathe naturally. Elongating your inhales and matching exhale to inhale. Making sure you exhale completely. So when you're anxious or you have things on your mind, a lot of people hold their breath and they keep it right in the top part of their lungs. They never really exhale fully. So you get that full exhale, letting out all of that anxiety and tension. You can take bigger inhales and clear all your mind. And exhale fully. So today we're going to go through poses you know, comfortable poses, but we're going to be focused on your hip flexors and your hamstrings and what's actually happening in your body as you go through these poses. A lot of times you don't really pay much attention to what happens thinking about the inner workings of your hips as you go through things like forward folds or warrior twos. And bring your attention and your awareness to your hip flexors and your hamstrings throughout class. So as you're laying here in your Shavasana, bend both knees, placing the soles of your feet on the floor, kind of like a bridge setup. If your palms are up, flip your palms over so that your palms are down on the mat and find that comfortable bridge position. Start to just windshield wipe your knees, just getting used to moving around. Find your knees from the left to the right and start to become aware of those hip flexors, become aware of those hamstrings. And noting that the compression of the hip flexor, which is what we're working on today, always means a lengthening of your hamstring. So when I say hamstring class, people are like, oh, stretches. But really, today's class isn't so much a hamstring class. I want to bring more of your attention to your hip flexors instead of the lengthening of your hamstrings. So coming into that bridge position, kick up your right heel to the ceiling and find the length in that hamstring, but also starting to find that compression in that right hip flexor. As you ground your left foot, take a nice big inhale in through your nose. And as you exhale, kick that right heel up to the ceiling. And as you do, you'll notice that your hip flexor opened up a little bit, kicking that hamstring open on that right side. But also on your left side, your hamstring shortened to open up the hip flexor on the left. Finding this one-legged bridge position, taking a big deep inhale in, and on your exhale, rolling down nice and slow, nice and controlled, one vertebra at a time, until you land back down at your tailbone. Good. And taking that right heel and kicking it forward to the wall that's in front of you. So opening up that hip flexor, shortening your hamstring, kicking that heel all the way to that wall. Opening up that hip flexor and just suspending that heel above the mat, holding it there. Good. On your next inhale, you're going to inhale that foot all the way back up to the ceiling, nice and slow. So nice big deep inhale, inhaling that right heel all the way up to that bridge position and then pulling those hips off the ground, finding that one-legged bridge. Holding that heel up, like kicking through the ceiling, holding yourself up with that left heel. Take a deep breath and exhale your way all the way back down, one vertebra at a time, and then taking that right heel out to the wall, extending that leg, shortening your hamstrings on the right side, and opening up that hip flexor. Good. One more on the same side. Deep inhale will take that heel of the right foot all the way up to the ceiling. Feeling what's happening, feeling the sensations. You can roll out your ankle if it feels good. Inhaling in, and as you exhale, coming all the way down and taking that right heel out to the wall, fully extending that hip flexor. Good. Next inhale is going to take that right knee into your chest for that wind release pose. So as you grab onto the right shin, you're going to let your left leg go out long and strong, kicking that side wall with your left heel. Flexing both feet, all 10 toes to the ceiling. You're going to take that right knee into your chest and then over to the side, finding your armpit, finding that wind release pose. Now you find the intense compression in that right hip flexor and the lengthening of those hamstrings. And play with your foot. So as you flex your foot on that right side, your hamstrings are going to pull even more. You point your toe on that right side, your hamstrings release ever so slightly. It's a slight thing, but it's a thing. Good. Slowly bring the back of your head up off the mat, bringing your chin to your chest, flexing both feet, all 10 toes to the ceiling, and find this wind release compression. Deep inhale in. And as you exhale, take the back of your head back down to the ground and your right leg over to the left side. Just giving yourself a little bit of a twist. 10 toes are now towards that side wall. 2 feet are still flexed. Hamstring is still lengthened. Hip flexor still compressed, though not as much. Good, and release, coming back into center. Maybe you give your leg one little last hug before sending it out all the way straight, letting the blood and the life flow back into that right leg. Right, bending both knees, taking you back into that bridge position. Palms back down on the ground. Left foot goes up to the ceiling. Hoo-hoo, tight hamstrings. Flex out that foot. Ground your right heel. And on your next inhale, take that left heel all the way up to the ceiling, pushing through your right, feeling the length in the hamstring, the compression of the hip flexor, all the way to the ceiling. Deep inhale in this position. And as you exhale, drop yourself down and kick that left heel to that side wall, feeling the release of the hip flexor. Next inhale will take you all the way back up. Heel kicks the ceiling in that one-legged bridge. Inhale it up and push through that right heel, finding the compression. Breathe. Deep inhale. And as you exhale, release all the way back down. Take your hips to the ground. Left heel kicks the side wall. Last one. Deep inhale. We'll take that heel all the way up. Push yourself through that one-legged bridge. Feeling the hamstring open up. You could circle out that ankle. Flex that foot. Deep inhale. And on your exhale, let it go. All the way down. Hips find the ground. Heel finds that side wall. And your next inhale will bring that left leg all the way up into your chest, grabbing onto that shin, and let your right leg go out long and strong, finding that wind release pose on the left side. Pulling that knee into your chest and then over to the side, finding your armpit. You want to miss your rib cage entirely. The more you go over to that side, the better off you're going to be. Compressing that hip flexor. And again, if you want to play with pointing and flexing on this side. And inhale that back of your head up off the mat, finding that full compression of this wind release pose. And if your opposite leg's just chilling in the air because it won't go down, it's okay. We haven't opened up that hip flexor enough yet. Your hamstrings are still taken over. Hip flexor's not quite open. Good. Release the back of your head back down to the ground and take that left leg over to the right side, finding a little bit of a supine twist on the other side. Still flexing your feet. Good. And release all the way back up. Hug that leg, give it some love, and then bring both knees into your chest and rock and roll yourself. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, however many times you need to get up all the way, passing Sukhasana into that tabletop position. Good. Heels of your hands are directly under your shoulders. Knees are directly under your hips, finding that tabletop. And then starting to find your cat-cow. Because what would yoga be without a breathing practice in the beginning? So nice big deep inhale in. We'll take that tailbone all the way up to the ceiling. Crown of your head to your tailbone, chest through your arms in the front. Deep inhale in. Breathing in all that love and light. And then exhaling, rounding that back, pushing the ground away through the heels of your hands. Really taking your tailbone to the ground, letting all of that air out of your lungs. Inhaling again, finding that cow pose. Big inhale. Pull that chest through your hands all the way. And as you exhale, round that back. And take a couple cat-cows for yourself. Breathing is a personal thing. Everybody has their own lung capacity, your own pace, your own way of how you like things. And cat-cows should really be a you thing. Good. Maybe one more inhale through cow. One more exhale through cat. And when you're finished, finding that tabletop position. Neutral spine. Good. Right hand comes forward. Left foot goes to the back of the room, finding that bird dog. So again, thinking about what your legs are doing, thinking about what your hip flexors are doing. So your hamstrings are flexing to open up your hip flexor. Got that arm coming out straight, reaching and pulling around an imaginary rope, flexing that back foot towards that back wall. Slowly bring that elbow in to your knee for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Elbow and knee touch, and shoot it right back out, taking it nice and straight. And as you're thinking about what you're doing and trying to stay balanced and not wavering, think about your hip flexor compressing in this tucked position as elbow and knee touch. And then think about shooting it out straight and letting all that love and life flow back into that leg. You got one more. Pulling all the way elbow to knee, nice and slow, until they touch directly under you, and hold this position, feeling that compression. Taking your heel all the way up to your glute on that left side. Holding for 3, 2, 1, and shooting it right back out. Finding this bird dog position, either staying here or taking that right hand back to that left foot. The antenna of the microphone's tickling my armpit. Really opening up that hip flexor on the left side, kicking into that hand. Finding the openness, kicking and pulling evenly so you stay put. If you're kicking too hard, you're going to fall backwards. If you're pulling too hard, you're going to fall forwards. Good, and release. All the way back down. Take yourself down into that tabletop position and switch to the other side. Left hand goes out. Right heel to the back of the room. Good. I won't let you miss it. Kick that heel to the back of the room. Wrap those fingers around that rope, and start to pull slowly in, taking elbow all the way to your knee until they touch, and shoot it back out. Good, 2 more. Pull in nice and slow. Think about your core holding you up. Think about your hip flexor, your hamstring, helping you move through this pose. Take it out. Last one. Pull in nice and slow until your elbow and knee touch. Hold this tuck. Hold it in nice and tight. Pull that heel of your left foot into your glute. Hold. And release. Finding that bird dog position. You can stay here, or you can go ahead and take that bind, kicking right foot into left hand. Good. Open up that hip flexor. Tighten up your core. Even kick, even pull, and release. all the way back down to that tabletop position. Tuck your toes and take yourself up into a down dog. All the way up. Good. And start to pedal it out. Right, left, right. It always feels good, especially the first down dog of the day. Just kind of wiggle and move. Get all your heebie-jeebies out. Doing whatever feels good to you. Taking your heels down to the ground. Taking your tailbone into the air. Really stretching out your shoulders, your hamstrings. Whatever you need. Perfect. And then take your feet to either side of the back of your mat. If you need to, you can shorten up the distance between your hands and your feet. And then take your left hand over to your right leg, somewhere on your right leg. Your right ankle, your right calf, your right quad, just not your right knee. Wherever you can, find a good grasp, hold and pull. Fixing your gaze under your right armpit to whatever's happening over there. Pulling that twist, nice straight spine. And release all the way back down to that down dog. Take a breath, reset, and take it to the other side. Right hand goes over to your left leg somewhere except your knee. And pull. You want that arm to come bent, if you can. Checking out what's happening over there. Whatever it may be. And release, taking yourself back to that down dog. If you shortened up your down dog, make it just as long as it was, and bring your feet together so your big toes are touching. Find this down dog with touching toes, and keeping your shoulders square to the ground, take your hips over to the right. Hips only. So you're lengthening your left oblique, coming down into this little twisted down dog. And slowly bring yourself from this position into a plank. Don't move your arms. You're coming into just a regular plank forward. So you got a twisted plank, almost like you're halfway through a hip dip. Okay, from here, slowly bring all of your weight onto that right hand. Left hand goes up and find that side plank. Good, open it up. If you want to play hip flexor games, you can. You can bring that knee close to you and take it right back out and see what's going on in your hip flexor. You want to kind of move it around. You got free rein, that leg. Kind of testing out the waters. And just see how it's feeling. When you've had enough, come back into that plank position and push yourself back into that twisted side down dog shindig deal. And then start to bring yourself back into that regular down dog, toes touching. And then drop your hips to the other side. Taking hips over to the left. And slowly pull yourself forward. Make sure your shoulders are still even with the ground. To a twisted plank. Just on the side. Just going through kind of a hip dip. And when you're ready, take that right hand off the ground and find a side plank on the other side. Same idea. Once you get your bearings and that top foot can move a little, maybe you find some compression in that hip flexor. Playing with that hamstring, see where it wants to go. And when you're done, take that hand back down, finding that down dog, completely centered and pedaling out those feet. Good. All right, slight bend in your knees. Hop, skip, jump, or step 1 foot at a time to the top of your mat. Find that forward fold. Don't come up quite yet. You'll come up. Don't come up quite yet. All right, finding the length in your hamstrings. If you want to bring the ground closer because your hamstrings aren't quite playing correct with you yet, you can bring a block. Finding that forward fold. Want a nice straight spine, finding that forward fold. Okay, good. Feet are together, taking that left hand in front of your right foot. Right hand comes up, bending that left knee. You have a twist going on. If you want to take that right hand over to the left side, you can. And reverse. Taking it to the other side. Right hand in front of your left foot. Right knee bends. Left hand comes up. And maybe over to the side. And slowly reverse out of that. Finding your forward fold. Resetting yourself. And slowly, starting with your tailbone, rolling yourself up. One vertebra at a time. Until you come up to Tadasana. Head is the last thing to rise. The pigtails are in my mouth. Roll those shoulders back, palms forward. Finding Tadasana. Good. Got your sun salutation. So take a nice big deep inhale in, grabbing love and light. Exhale, cactus back. Mind those hips. Make sure you're not flopping your tailbone out so all can see. Nice big deep inhale in, grab love and light. And exhale, forward fold, passing that love and light through your own heart center until you're down. Uttanasana. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Hop, skip, jump, or step into that plank position. Come on down, chaturanga on an exhale. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, come on back, find that down dog. Slight bend in your knees, hop, skip, jump, or step to the top of your mat. Roll yourself up nice and slow. Find that Tadasana. Roll the shoulders back, palms forward. Nice big deep inhale in. Grab love and light. Exhale, cactus back. Watch your tailbone. Inhale, grab love and light. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, hands come down. Hop, skip, jump, or step. Plank position. Exhale, down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, back down to that down dog. Finding that down dog. I think that right leg rises all the way up. Ooh, pop, like popcorn. Bending out that knee, circling out that hip. Finding the full range of that hip joint. Said hip flexor so many times already. That's all I know now. Circle it out, circle it out, circle it out. Do whatever you need to do. And then when you're ready, come into a three-legged down dog with good form. So I need your hips square to the ground as well as your shoulders. Inhale your knee all the way to your nose. Find that compression of that hip flexor. You know we're going here. And take it back. Three-legged down dog. Good. Bring that knee over to your right elbow. Find that hip flexor. Open up that hamstring. And take it back. Three-legged down dog. Right knee, left elbow. Good. Take it back. Three-legged down dog. Right knee to your nose. Land that right foot in between your hands. Cartwheel those arms up. Find warrior two. Find a good alignment. Making sure your tailbone's not popping back. You're not like this. Okay. Pull the tailbone down. Making sure that you're in one line. You're on a balance beam. You got those arms out. Your front knee over that front ankle. Heading that warrior two. Good. Palms up. And on your next inhale, you're going to take those hands together, grabbing love and light over your head, straightening out that front right knee. Nice big deep inhale in. Everything comes straight right over your head. Inhale. And as you exhale, come back down warrior two. Nice and slow. This could be used as another breathing exercise. Starting to ground you. And as you're doing this, you can close your eyes if you have your balance. And start thinking about what else? Your hip flexors. Thinking about what your front right hip flexor is doing. It's straightening out, and you have compression. Think about what the back side of your leg is doing as you're moving through. Inhaling completely, exhaling completely. Using your full breath to get you through the transition until you land at the other side. Good. One more. Big deep inhale in, straightening out that leg. Exhale down, find that warrior two. This time as you inhale in, straighten out that leg, grab left and light, and as you exhale, leave that leg nice and straight. We're going to find Trikonasana. Now would be a good time to grab some blocks if the ground tends to be a little far out of your reach. You can grab one, you can grab two, you can stand them on the sides, you can do all sorts of things, making it literally as tall as you need, okay? Find where you need on those blocks and find your Trikonasana. So taking those right fingers over towards that right wall first. You want to reach, and then you want to come down, finding trick, okay? If you don't have a block, or you don't want a block, if you're too good for props, that's okay, I get you. Don't use it, but the last place you want to put your hand is on your leg. It's going to hyperextend your knee. So if you're too good for blocks, just take those fingers down to the floor. But I don't want this. Okay. Somehow this happens where your chest goes down, hand goes who knows where, and that is not Trikonasana. You need to stay in between two panes of glass, finding this nice trick pose. Okay? Find it and hold it. Breathe deeply. Breathe normally. Good. Inhale in. And on your exhale, guess where we're going? The other side. Take that left hand down, find that block. If you need to move that block out a little bit for balance, that's okay. Find where you need to put it there, and then revolve your Trikonasana. Think about your hamstrings, what your right leg is doing in its entirety. Where are you feeling your hamstrings? Where are you feeling your hip crease? Is your calf activated? Okay. Wherever you are in your thoughts, come back to the present moment and take that right hand down to the block. Find Trikonasana. Good. Notice I didn't stand us up. We're going back. Take that left hand back down to the block. Right hand comes up. Whoa, revolve that Trikonasana. I'm going to take that right hand even further back, finding a little bit of a twist, more so than you're already in. You do you. Good. Take that right hand back down to the block, find that Trikonasana. Perfect. Now from here, I want you to bend that front knee, taking yourself down. Good. So extended side angle, bringing those fingertips forward, creating a straight line all the way from your fingertips to your heel. Perfect. Straightening out that leg. We're not going to be here for too long, don't worry. Straightening out that leg, finding your Trikonasana. Deep inhale in. And as you exhale, take yourself back, extend the side angle. Make sure your hand moves too, creating that nice straight line. Perfect, hands gotta move. Good. Next inhale will take you all the way up, warrior two. Find that warrior. You're back in this nice compression of that right side. Deep inhale in. Bring that front palm up. And as you exhale, exalt that warrior. Stay down nice and low. You want that leg still compressed. Low as you go. Find this exalted warrior. Watch your tailbone. Make sure you're not poking people behind you with it. Come down, exalted warrior. Nice and slow. We're going to straighten out that front right leg. I know you hate me right now, but it's okay. You'll deal with it. Straighten out that leg. You still have that nice little side bend. Top half is still in that exalted warrior. And come back down. Bend that knee. Good. One more. Straighten out that leg. Push through. Open up that hip flexor. And back down you go. Exalted warrior. Good. Inhale your way back up. Warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel those hands down, framing out that foot. Kick that right foot back. Find that three-legged down dog just for a moment for pulling right and left foot next to each other. Find that plank. Exhale through chaturanga. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, back down, down dog. Left leg rises up. Open up that hip. Do what you got to do. Circle out that hip joint. Good. Give me that good form. Three-legged down dog. Heel to the back of the room. Hips square, shoulders square. Take that left knee to your nose. Find that compression. Heel to your glute. Exhale. Take it back. Three-legged down dog. Left knee, left elbow. Take it back. Left knee, right elbow. Take it back. Again, take that left knee to your nose. Land that left foot in between your hands. Cartwheel your arms up. Warrior two. All right. Find your setup. If you didn't hit it like a boss, then hit it like a boss. Good. Good. Do what you got to do to hit it like a boss. Find yourself on a balance beam. Watch your tailbone. No tilting of that pelvic bone. All right. Knee over ankle. Palms up. Deep inhales will take you up, grabbing love and light. Legs come straight. Exhale back down like a horse on a carousel. Right? Bring it up. Take it down. You got a nice slow song here. Take the whole entire inhale to come up. And the whole entire exhale. Go slow. You should be feeling your quad groaning at you by the time you're done with this breathing exercise only. Okay? Inhale. Exhale. You can close your eyes. Just think of it. Think about what's happening in your leg, all the components needed to make you move in a fluid way, extending and releasing. Okay, maybe you got one more in you. Nice big deep inhale in, exhale, bend that knee, come down, warrior two. Inhale, grab love and light, leg straightens, and as you exhale, keep that leg straight. Find that trick setup. Again, if you need the blocks, get them. If you don't want them, don't get them. Arms come out. Find that trick setup and stretch to the side and come down. Good. Find your trick in between two panes of glass. Remember what I said, no hands on your shin. Okay, hand on the block, fingers suspended. Not so much on the ground. If you've got that full palm going, you've gone too far. You're now out of alignment. Okay, fingertips only. Find that trick. Hands straight up. And if you can, turn that gaze to that right hand at the ceiling. It does a number on balance though. Make sure you got it. Good. Inhale in. And as you exhale, take that right hand down and find your revolve trick. If you need to move that block out, move the block. Think about your hamstrings. Some may have no choice other than to think of the hamstrings because it is a nice little hamstring stretch. Good. Revolve back into that Trikonasana. Find it. Good. See if your gaze can go up to those fingers just for a moment. Nice big deep inhale in. So you can follow the gaze with your fingers down to the block. Revolving yourself. Trick other side. This time if you want to take those fingers of that left hand, maybe spin it out a little bit more, you can. Good. Find that Trikonasana. Good. Left hand down, right hand up. Good. Finding this trick. Nice big deep inhale in. And as you exhale, bend that front knee and bring yourself into extended side angle. If that block needs to move so you're in alignment, cool. Bring those right fingers forward so you have that nice line from heel to fingertip. Inhale back, straight leg. Find that trick. Good. And exhale back down. Extended side angle. Beautiful. Next inhale will take you all the way back up to warrior two. Keep that knee bent. Find warrior two. Good, don't fall. Good, inhaling that front palm up. And exhale, exalt that warrior. Take yourself back. Make sure you stay low in that knee. You know we're straightening it, but not yet. Watch your pelvic bone. Make sure you're not tipping. Good. Inhale that front knee straight. And exhale back down. Exalted warrior. Good. Inhale, front knee straight. Exhale. Exalted warrior. Good. Windmill your arms back up. Find that warrior two. And exhale. Come on down. All the way over. Kicking through. Finding down dog. Coming through plank. Exhale through that chaturanga. Inhale, cobra up dog. And exhale, back down, down dog. Walk it out, left, right, left. Slight bend in your knees, hop, skip, jump, or step to the top of your mat. Bring your feet together. Hands come up, knees bend, Utkatasana. Okay, down we go. All right. What could be more compressing than Utkatasana and all of the variations of this pose, right? Nice big deep inhaling. Exhale, palms come together. Find your prayer hands. Good. Inhale once more. And as you exhale, take that left elbow to the outside of that right knee and find a twist. I like twists with compression because it pulls on a different part of your hamstring, a different part of your hip flexor gets compressed. Look down at your knees. Make sure that your left knee didn't sneak forward. You got your elbow nice and open, your top of your arm away from your torso. Armpit open. That's what I was looking for. Coming down nice and low. Good. Deep inhale will take you back, straight forward, finding that prayer. Good. Let it go. Inhale in. And as you exhale, come over to the left. Kicking the outside of that left leg with your right elbow. Sitting down nice and low. Armpit open. Palms together. Look down at your right knee. Make sure it doesn't sneak forward. Good. Next inhale will take you back to center. Good. As you come up, your right leg's going to come with you. Nice big deep inhale in. Right leg comes up. And as you exhale, Garudasana. All right, you're going to come into eagle pose. Okay, so left leg is over. This is my right. Well, this is my left. Right leg is over your left, which means that right elbow comes down and left comes into the crook of your right. All right, find this intense compression of that right hip flexor. Sit low, sit back, drop that tailbone. Good. Find the compression. Sit back a little bit more. Good. Big inhale. Unwrap yourself and take yourself all the way to Tadasana. Good. Inhale in. Exhale, drop that foot and your elbows. Cactus pose. Inhale, grab love and light, and lift that left leg. And come down. Garudasana, other side. So if your left is up, your left is down. And your right is in the crook of your left. Come down, find eagle, and sit. Ooh. Sit back. Sit low. Make sure your knees are pointed straight. Good. Deep inhale. Unwrap. Let's go. Nice big deep inhale in. Unwrap. Grab love and light. Exhale. Cactus back. Let it go. Inhale. Grab love and light. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lifting up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, hands come down, hop, skip, jump, or step to the back of your mat, finding plank. Good. Take it down through Chaturanga. Inhale, Cobra or Up Dog. Exhale, drop those knees. And find your Dandasana all the way down. Good. You know the drill on Dandasana. Okay, scoot your butt back, chest stays forward. Find this forward fold. If you need a strap to help your feet come closer to your body, grab a strap over your feet. If you're flexi-gumby, take some blocks. Find some length, some way you can lengthen your reach. Okay, whatever you need to do to feel like you're getting a good stretch. Right? Stretch out your hamstrings. Compress your hip flexors. Once you find it with a nice straight spine, you can round your back, taking your forehead down. But when you start with a nice straight spine. You'll find you go further down in a Dandasana. All right, while you're down here, you're going to grab the outside of your right foot with your left hand. If you have a strap, stick it over that right foot and come on back. Find that revolved heron. Finding this position. Take your elbow down. Find that reclined revolved heron. Flex out your feet. Open up that hamstring. Compress that hip flexor. If you'd like, you can take that foot all the way in to your chest and find a reclined pigeon of sorts. Flex that left foot. Again, if you bent your knee, straighten it back up, kicking your heel to the ceiling. And come on up, push yourself all the way up. Don't lose that foot. Stick it on the left side of your left leg. All right, from here we're taking a Vinyasa 3, so coming in full. Bend that left leg, take that left arm up and hook it to the outside of that right knee. Nice straight spine, plug that tailbone into the ground. Head up, chest up, gaze over your back, right shoulder. Flexing out that left foot, finding that compression always today, bringing that awareness to that compression. Good, and release. All right, taking that right leg on top of your left. More compression, surprise. Good, finding this cow face. All right, if you want to go full cow face, you can. If your left hip is down, that means your left hip is down, means your right hip is up. So if your right hip is up, I'm going to take your right arm down. There we go. It took a second. This way. Okay. For me, that's a lot for my arms. So I like to just take my arms and grab all 10 fingers behind my back. If you like to do the ears of the cow face though, if you got all that through me mumbling through which arm is up, which arm is down, it's the same as eagle. So your long side, your lower side, it's going to be up. So you lengthen one side and shorten the other. But for me, I'm here, 10 fingers behind my back and forward fold, compressing even more. Good. Bring it up. Whatever version of cow face you decided to do, release those hands. You're going to walk those hands over to the left. Okay. Ground the soles of your feet, both of them. Take your butt in the air and walk yourself around, finding cow face on the other side. Okay. So finding this compression. So if your right leg is down, your right arm is now up. Okay, this way. But again, I'm all about these 10 fingers behind my back. Flexing out your feet and take it down if you're in this version of cow face. Good. Bring your torso back up if you leaned over. You're going to take the sole of that left foot on the ground. Find Marichiasana on the other side. So right arm goes up, hooks to the outside of that left leg. Right foot's flexed, tailbone plugged into the ground, straight line from tail to crown. Check out what's happening over your back shoulder. Good. And release. Taking that right leg nice and straight. Right hand comes to the outside of that left foot, or if you need the strap, grab the strap and wrangle your left leg, taking yourself into that reclined heron pose, all the way back. And if you want to come into that reclined pigeon, you can. Kind of does a little thing for your glutes. Feels kind of good. All the while flexing out this right foot. Good. Kick that foot back up to the ceiling. And then kick your whole self up and over, finding that Dandasana. All the way down. Not hanging out here too much longer, because you is done. Take yourself back onto your back and find your happy baby. Last compression of the day. Find your feet together, that reclined butterfly. Maybe you find one straight leg in the other. Maybe you have a straight-legged happy baby that you prefer. Maybe you just like to bring your knees to the ground. Whatever makes you happy. It's your happy baby. When you're all done, bring your legs out straight and find your Shavasana. If you need to stretch it out in one more way, finding something that makes you happy, rolling around just for a moment, you can. Take a nice big deep inhale in through your nose. Let it go. Another big deep inhale in. Let go. Let it go. Start to slowly wiggle out your fingers and your toes, rolling out your wrists and your ankles, shifting your hips from side to side on the mat and your head rocking slowly back and forth. Rolling over to your right side, relieving the pressure off of your heart, taking you into that fetal position. It's oh so comfortable. Just lingering. And finally, pushing your way up to that nice, easy seat, Sukhasana. Taking a moment, and for the last time in class, gathering all the love and the light in the room and pulling it down into your own heart center, bowing your head in appreciation for yourself and for your practice. The light in me sees and honors the light in each and every one of you. Please enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your week, and the rest of your life. Namaste.